Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Nancy Juetten, and I'm here with my good friend Janice. How are you today, Janice?
Hi, I'm fine. Hi, Nancy.
You know, this is such an exciting time because we can be socially disconnected, but online, face-to-face, through the power of Zoom video. And that's how we're actually going to join together this Friday with all of our Barkley Toasters. And today, Janice and I are joining with you so we can equip you with what to expect so you know how easy it can be. And not only how easy it can be, but how the world can be made such a smaller place with the simple click of a link on your computer so that you can connect with people across the town or around the world with confidence. So Janice, I sent you a link today so that you could join me for this meeting. Why don't you let our fellow members know what you actually had to do to join me live?
Thank you, Nancy. What I had to do, fellow Barkley Toasters, is just click on a meeting that I brought up Nancy's email, and then I clicked on the meeting that she has set up for Friday, at which point Zoom clicked on and said, click Zoom, and it pointed down to download it. So I did that, and on my computer, it took all of maybe 2 seconds. It brought up Nancy's meeting, and it said join meeting. I clicked on it, and voila, there was Nancy's face. Now, I had to go through 2 extra small steps. The first being to join the audio part. So I clicked yes on audio, and then when I could hear Nancy, then at the bottom of my screen on the left-hand side is a camera and with a cross on it, and I have to click on that to get the visual for me. I could always see Nancy. I think, yes, I could, yes.
Yeah.
It was as easy as that, and it took all of 1 to 2 minutes for me.
So how easy is that?
Very easy, yes.
And so I want to cover, you know, some people say, yes, I want to be connected, but I don't want you to see my hair. I don't want you to know that I'm wearing my pajamas. I don't want you to see the dirty dishes in my kitchen. I don't want you to see whatever you don't want us to see. If that is your bias, then all you need to do is not select to have your face shown by not clicking on the video portion in the lower left-hand corner of your screen.
Mm-hmm.
If you are someone who's eating lunch or multitasking and the video is on, please know that we can see everything you're doing.
Yes.
And as courteous speakers, it's a good idea to get...
As drinking coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. As courteous speakers, look right into the camera and give the speaker your full attention. And if you're, for whatever reason, unable to do that, just don't let us see what you're doing. Let's talk about how people can comment on the chat. When you get live on Zoom and you bring your cursor to the lower portion of the screen, you'll see that there's a little button that says chat with a little conversation bubble that has 3 dots in it. And you can click on that button, and to the right, you'll see a place where you can actually type in a greeting like, hey, Janice, looking good today. Or so excited that we're trying a virtual meeting this week. Or, hey, how about those Dodgers? I mean, whatever it is that you want to say. But that's a way that you can actually say, hey, I'm here and I'm excited. And you can also customize your message to just one person. So if, for example, there are 10 people on the call and you want to send a private message to Tina, for example, and say, hey, Tina, how's your broken arm? Are you feeling better? You can simply click on that and choose Tina's name and type in a personal note to Tina. And this is another practical application, is when the table topics competition is going on during our meeting and you want to vote on who was the best, we can perhaps designate someone who's going to be a vote counter, and you can tap in the person's name who's the vote counter and say, of the 4 people that did table topics today, the person who I thought was best is Bob. And then that will be a private vote. And then Bob's vote counter will be able to say, when asked, who was the best table topics performer today? And that person will be able to say, by show of hands on the Zoom call, we were able to determine that so-and-so was the winner. There's a lot of fun applications that you can use with Zoom that can make it active and engaging and fun, even though we can't be there to shake hands or high five or touch elbows or whatever other bodily parts we want to touch or not touch, as the case may be. Let's talk a little bit about slides and visuals for a moment, shall we?
Can we go back to the chat thing 1 second?
Yeah.
I tried it while you were in there, or while you were talking, and you typed the message at the very lower end.
The lower right corner, like
right.
you say, hello, Janice.
You have to just press enter then?
And then you hit enter.
Okay. So there I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Great. So you can have dialogue there. And since this is the first time we're going to be doing this, it's always good to be seen, heard, and celebrated for being a pioneer and doing something new.
Yes.
Now, who will be speaking this Friday, Janice?
We have Mary Knight as our first speaker and Lauren as our second.
Okay.
So,
and do you know if either one is going to be using PowerPoint slides?
Lauren usually does.
Okay.
And I'm not too concerned about Lauren because she knows computers. So
okay.
She probably has used Zoom before.
So what I will say to that is, for those of you who are new to all of this, and you're going to be doing a future virtual speech for the Barkley Toasters, it's easy to use your slides as a visual to support whatever you might be delivering from your desk. And I just want to quickly demonstrate how easy that can be for the future, since we are in a brave new world. At the very bottom of your screen in the center, there's something called share, and it's a green button. And I am going to click on the share button, and then I'm going to click on a blue share button that showed up on my screen in the lower left-hand corner.
Which shows up after you click the green button. Okay.
And I just happen to have a presentation already loaded up that I could give to you right now, and I could advance the slides for you right now just by pushing the button that has an arrow on it that indicates advanced slides. So you, as a viewer or participant in the meeting, you should be able to see both Mary and I in the upper right hand corner, and you should be able to see the visuals to the left so that your eye has a place to land as the conversation continues about whatever I might be presenting. And when I'm done presenting, I'll hit the stop share button, and we should be able to come right back to where we were before with the faces of those who want to be seen looking straight at the camera. It's just that easy. And so if you are someone who's going to be using the share button and you need a little technical assist, know that I'll be on the call and I can help you, but you'll just want to have your slides already pulled up on your computer so that it's a seamless transition for everyone who's waiting to hear what great things you have to say.
Great.
So let's see. So we've covered how to chat. We've covered how to stop and start your own video. We've covered how to share the screen if it's necessary. We do get to record the call, and this is being recorded now. And what will happen when the call is over is I will upload this recording to a YouTube link, and I will ask Janice how I can post it in the Barkley Toasters Facebook group. And then those who were unable to join can enjoy it. And the additional benefit is, because we are recording these presentations, if you were lucky enough to deliver a talk and actually want to see how well you performed by all the standards of a Toastmasters evaluation form, you'll have the video to watch again and again to see how you can elevate your performance, your message, and your delivery so that you can get even better for the next time.
Great.
So,
can I add a couple of tips as a newbie here?
yes.
One suggestion I have is before you actually join the meeting, think about where your computer is or where you want to sit, knowing that we are going to be looking at you and the background of your house. So try to make any distractions go away if you can. Like, I am going to try to shut the blinds back here so that you don't have a glaring view back there of nothing. And always remember to smile, because you are on camera the entire time. Unless you click off the video, you are literally on camera all the time, and we can see what you are doing. Now, if your dog starts to bark, if your kids run through quickly, you can always either mute us so that we can't hear what's going on, and you can also stop the video recording of you so that we're not
and to that end, the mute button is in the lower left-hand corner of your screen to the immediate left of the start or stop video button.
Right.
So it is courteous for all participants to hit the mute button when the speaker is performing.
Yes.
And you can unmute yourself when the speaker is concluded, so you can have an occasion to be recognized. And with that said, you can raise your hand, and whoever the Toastmaster is can acknowledge a comment or a question that you might have, because we can see you.
Right.
Should also point out that if you don't want to be seen, or for some reason you do not have a camera on your computer, you do have the option to dial in using a telephone, and you can chime in to the chat that you are present, and we'll know that you're there, but you will not be seen. But you should be able to see. If you're dialing on the phone, you'll just be having the benefit of audio, I believe. That's it.
Yes. And you can participate with audio that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are going to start our meeting. Let's start it at 11. Do you think 11:45 is?
I think 11:45 is excellent to give everyone the opportunity to virtually high five, virtually touch elbows. Also give us the opportunity to provide any hand-holding or support that might be needed for people who are unfamiliar with this technology and need a little extra lift.
Good.
So does that feel good? You feel like
it feels okay to me.
And so the proof will be in the pudding. Our fondest hope is that since we're all self-isolating, we have no excuse but to come to Toastmasters online and refine our skills even further, and to cheer Mary on as she prepares to advance in the competition so that she can be at her absolute best in perfect timing.
Great.
So Janice, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with our people what they need to do to make the most of this virtual opportunity. And I guess I would say one more thing, which is kind of exciting. I don't know if I said this in the recorded portion of the call or not, but if you have been in the unfortunate situation of having to receive a cancellation notice that your live speech was not going to take place because of what we're contending with right now, know that a virtual platform like Zoom can be the answer to a prayer, and can actually be viewed even more depending on how well you repurpose it. So if there were going to be 100 people in the room to hear you live, but after the fact, hundreds of people were so riveted by the video that new opportunities came your way that you had no idea were coming, that could be a blessing in disguise. It really is a small world after all. Zoom does bring the world right to your desktop, and now's never been a better time to learn how to make the magic happen, and we might as well start right now.
Excellent point, Nancy. And I would also add, you use the word repurpose, which I think is important when these speakers are speaking, because when you are a speaker on Zoom, you have to pare down your physical movements. And so it's worthwhile, especially for Mary, to practice this as she goes into her Zoom competition on Saturday. So be wary of that. When you sign up for a speech, you really have to limit your physical movement, which for some of us is not hard, for others like me is very hard. So keep that in mind as we go forward.
There are always new skills to master. So I would say let's enjoy the journey as well as the destination. We're never going to be done, but isn't it great how we're making it fun? Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. We're doing it on Friday. Be there or be square.
Thank you. Thank you, Nancy.
All right, with that, we'll stop the recording and we'll send this off to you to enjoy, and we will see you on Friday.